point. And so that's why I gave it a day, and then the second day I was talking to him, he was just like a hot mess, I could tell. And then with like the way he was talking to me, and then that's kind of when I cut him off and I stopped talking to him. And then...
So remember what you just said, and we're going to get to that, because that's probably a very important conversation.
So if you want to know days, I would probably honestly just start at like Sunday and work your way forward. I mean, all the rest of that stuff, it's just like the small talk of like, hey, this, you know? I mean...
And your relationship building through the...
Yeah, I mean, like, and if you go like maybe like a week further back, like there's times like I was trying to help him find an apartment, like just for him, not for me, but for him and his kids. To get set up, and like there's times where I'm like, well, where's your wife moving to? Like, how close is she gonna be to you? You should be within like 30 minutes of your kids, so they're close, and like you want to be close to their school and close to your gym, and like what's your price range? Like I was helping him get all of this stuff set up, and it was like in a very decent manner. And I don't know if all of that is in text. Some of it's probably on the phone. Like at this point, I've talked to him so much that I don't even know which parts are like verbalized and which parts are texted at this point, but we can figure it out.
Okay. You see what I wrote? Text messages between Chris Watts and detachments, and then the phone logs for calls between your phone number and Chris Watts. Those are the two things that we'll ask to be extracted from your phone. So if you're okay with that.
Why does it say items removed? Cell phone data. Isn't that this?
That is that, and that's what he's going to remove, and then that officer is going to fill that out.
Gotcha. What is the date? I don't even know what the date is.
Today is the 16th.
Vi på Boklok vrider och vänder på både...
Not even close.
Did you have any idea what Shanann did for a living or how much money she might have made?
I mean, I had an idea. I would consider her like a sales rep. I don't know how else to describe that. For the company that she worked for. And I don't know exactly how much she made. He said that she was really competitive and she liked to try to keep up with him. He's like, she gets close sometimes. So I don't know how much those two brought in. I mean, off the top of my head, if I could guess, probably somewhere around like $140K a year. I mean, I don't know, because I don't know exactly how much he makes, and I don't know exactly how much she makes, but based just off of, like, what I know about the oil field, like...
He stuck around because he was the one for me.
Somebody is not faithful to the partners realize the relationship cannot be sustained.
He could be cheating, but at the same time, she was like, he has no game. I can't tell you how wonderful he is.
A man claims that he had an affair with Chris Watts.
He knew me at my worst, and he accepted me.
I don't know where my kids are. I don't know where Shanann is.
It came to her mind that he could be cheating.
If somebody has her, just please bring her back.
There is one key detail the police say that Watts left out, that he had been having an extramarital affair with a coworker.
I always wondered why he was so quiet.
This house is not complete without anybody here.
Welcome everyone, I'm Michael Amish. You're watching On the Story. Bombshell new details about the Colorado man serving life in prison without parole for killing his pregnant wife and two precious little girls. For 6 intense weeks this summer, Chris Watts led Denver Post article, and the quote from that is, "We had just met.
Right.
I barely knew him." Are you seeing a contradiction here, Pat?
Well, of course, but, you know, keep in mind what her state of mind must have been at that time that she was talking to police. We know she had to be scared out of her wits because the first thing she did was delete everything, right? And in a way, if you think about it, I'm not so sure that's an abnormal reaction. She's just learned that this man that she knows she's been having an illicit affair with, and I frankly think she knew more about his situation with her than she was telling, but she was probably freaked out, and the first thing that I think any reasonable human being is going to say is, well, you know, I just met him, I didn't know that much about him. But now that we've looked through 2,000 pages of notations, well, we know that, you know, maybe she wasn't fully honest, completely candid about what she knew.
You know, she seems all in. From whether it be the pictures, the searches. Let's bring in Jeff Gardere, clinical and forensic psychologist. Jeff knows the case very well. What is
If it wasn't Nichol, he would have moved on to someone else. He needed a reason to build up the guts to do it. And when you talk about that little secret compartment, he was actually shifting those pictures into his phone while he was at the airport getting